Okay, that's it. Relax your arms down. Good. Okay, so we're going to start to move our, contract our chest muscles and our back muscles and move our shoulders as well. We're going to go up and take the palms upwards. So I really like this move. Think about coming back, but not arching your back. So strong here and squeezing down. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing towards each other and down. Tension, tension, tension. Bring the hands around. Still some tension as you pull the elbows down. Palms together, start to tense the arms towards each other. So you can really feel some contraction there. Coming up, 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 there's tension as they pull apart. And then we turn the palms around to the ceiling, there's a rest there. And then begin again, circle again, squeezing down. Bit of tension in the back muscles as they come down. Oh, you can feel that squeezing. Come around, palms facing you, reading the book. Coming up, bit of tension. You don't have to have your elbows together. So you're coming up and over the head and then around. There's a release and then breathe out. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. That pulling in there and round and palms in. Squeeze the chest muscles. Can you feel, you keep going. Can you feel it happening? Happening in the front, squeezing and then happening in the back. Yeah, and then you're squeezing together as they pull apart. So we're tensing the muscles that are stretching as well. The stretch, there's tension then stretch, or there's tension at the same time as the stretch. The same time as the stretch there, and then tensing, but means we'll get more stretch at the front because we're tensing the muscles at the back. Then we're tensing the chest, so we'll get more stretch in it when we take the arms back. Oh, fantastic. And then relax this time, really, really good. We're doing this same one we did last week as well. We go forwards and then rotate and reach out, feel a stretch. And come forwards. So you can turn your hips if you need to. If your spine isn't happy with that feeling of rotation, let the hips move a little bit as well, but not too much into the knees. Okay, front arm, when we go from, we go here, we're going to go elbow high, contract the abdominals. So we're pulling together and lifting the elbow, then release and go into that stretch. And then come round and squeeze. Elbow high, I keep forgetting that. And reach. Elbow high, contract your abs. So it's all about tension in the back of there, and then tension here. And then tension in the back as you squeeze the shoulder blade back. And front. One more time. And tense and squeeze. And then relax. Now see how long that arm is. It's actually longer, Chris. It physically is longer. Has anyone else got one arm longer than the other now? It feels like it because the shoulder's gone whoop, from tension to relaxed, hopefully. Yeah, brilliant. I'm just looking to see if you actually, yeah, you are. Yeah, that's good. It's a good thing. It means you've got rid of some tension. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again on the other side. We reach forwards. Just do the back one for a moment. And forwards again. And back. And then crunch and lift the elbow. And open. And again, crunch. That's it, good. Try and make the movement come more from the ribs going down than the bottom going forwards. So we've got ribs to pelvis, so not too much movement in the pelvis. That's it. Find that lovely high position where you feel a fantastic stretch. Elbow up. Do you feel like you're kind of doing modern dance? Like, like, right. I'm having a look at home to check you out for your, boom, boom. No, they're just laughing. One of them's laughing. Come on, really, like, put some feeling into it. One more time, with feeling. Oh, can you feel it? Like an abdominal curl, yeah, when you do this one. Relax. And now, like magic, both arms are longer and equal. Yeah, fantastic. And we're not hanging on to the tension anymore. Let's move to the feet. Little walks forwards, knees tracking forwards. Okay, let's stop there and bend your knees. Okay, let's come up and lift the heels. Keep steady through the feet. Just a little lift and back down. So not too much pressure on your toe joints. And up Little heels, not big ones. That's it, and down. So just nice and smooth and steady. Good. Try not to roll out at the ankles. Weight down on the big toes. Press down on the big toes. That's it. And again, press down on the big toes. Fantastic. Okay, this time we're going to hover the heels and then go down with one heel and down with the other heel. It's really quick and light. Down, touch down, and come straight back up. Touch down, straight back up. It's really, really light and quick. And then get it going if you want to. Bouncing, but not very high. One at a time, right, left, right, left. That's it. Bounce, bounce, bounce. But you're hardly touching the floor and it's really quick. It's about the quickness, the bounce, rather than, you know, just doing lots of them. So bounce, 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 bounce. One bang in the floor. Make it light, make it light, make it light, make it light, and relax. Good job. Little step tap. It's not as hot today. I did this on that heat wave day. Did any of you do it with me that day? No? Okay. So that's just the gentle one anyone can do. If you're used to being more springy than this, let's just do a few springy steps, okay? Just a few really light. Can't hear you. Don't want to hear you. Light, 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 light. Could be quicker, could be quicker. If it works for you, if it's happy, you're happy with that. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. There we go, fantastic. So just a little springiness, not really Pilates, that is more fascia work for your rebound elasticity in your Achilles tendons and get you feeling more bouncy on every step, you know, more likely to run across to avoid the bus, get the bus, not avoid the car. Okay, standing tall. Hitching, here, bottom goes out, soften your knees, keep a nice long spine. Tuck your chin in, don't look too far forward at me, and come back up. Hitch, soften the knees, tummy tightens just a little bit, and up. Good. Fantastic. Lovely. Can we reach out one arm? It's going to make you heavier. Might not want to go so far. Back. It's good. Last time. And back up, fantastic. Okay, we are going to do that leg raise behind and front one again, so just keep it low if you need to. So we're going to go from the front, one leg slightly across the other, feeling the inner thighs squeezing in a little. Then we just lift the leg. You can flex or not, okay? And turn the foot round as it goes round and the hip goes back, and then we go round behind and land and squeeze the inner thighs. Okay, so you're nice and tall. Lift your foot, flex it. So ideally we want to go up towards the ceiling and then out towards the side and then over and back down. Little squeeze. Come up, around, towards the back and down. Think of the movement coming from your hip. From your hip, up, out and around. It's circling really. Circling round, round, round and down one more time. Round. And down and relax. That's good. We'll go the other way. So from the inner thigh at the beginning, the end of the move, and from the hip we lift, take the foot out, take it round, just moving from the hip. So we're not trying to, you know, press into the knee or anything. And up from the hip, 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 and over. Good, and again. Nice steady pelvis, plural. I don't think it's pelvi. Good. One more time. It's great. Right round. And relax. Lovely. We're missing out the plie move this week, but we're going to go across, so it's an inner thigh lift. Okay, just balance and then lift that leg across so the inner edge of your foot is going up, 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 up. Is that all right? Keep it going if you can. So not from here, the whole leg is coming across here. This is shortening, shortening, shortening. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Did you feel it right there? Yeah, good. Other leg goes across, and we go out. So we're going over there and up, up and up and up. The whole leg is moving from the inner thigh, inner thigh, inner thigh. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Holding on to something if you want to on the walls. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Does everybody have a ball or a jumper or a cushion? Can we pop it between the thighs? Quite high up. That's it. Anything, or just do the squats, it'll be fine, be fine. So we're going to have quite a narrowish foot position, well, kind of hip distance, but depends on the size of the thing between your legs. Okay, so we're going to bend the knees and squat back, keeping the knees parallel. And then push up. Good. Little squeeze at the top. And down. And push up, squeeze at the top. Lovely. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep going, keep going. There's some feathers getting squeezed in those cushions at home. You can fold your cushion over if it's going to make it more firm for you. Just roll, roll it in half. If it doesn't, ruin it. When you're coming down, have a little brief look down. Make sure you can see your feet quite clear. You can see your toes. Your knees haven't come too far forwards. Okay, sink down. Come up, little squeeze. Lovely. Breathe in to come down. And breathe out. Is everyone feeling a bit wobbly? A bit wobbly in the legs? Try and keep them steady. Make sure you feel like your feet are narrow enough that your hips and knees feel okay. You don't want to be sort of like that and squeezing inwards with your feet out. And if it's too much, you take it out. We're going to do one more. Okay. One more. Sink it down. And push up, squeeze. Fantastic. Now take it out. Keep that nearby because we're going to do a little bit more on the inner thighs in a moment. Okay. First of all, let's get down to the mat. Bending the knees, come straight down. Into hands and knees position and into cat stretch. We're going to tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone under, and then release and go to neutral and slightly beyond it, but make sure it's your comfortable range of movement, okay? So your bottom's gone towards the ceiling, head up a little, and then tuck it in, and then release, shoulders are back, and again. Think about the middle of the spine and getting that moving to the lumbar and then where the lower ribs are. The whole thing is moving. We're tucking the tailbone under, we're tucking the head in, but that middle pressing up towards the ceiling, releasing down. And again. And release. One more time. And we go to extension a little, and then relax and sink back, hips back, stretch the hands forwards. And slide your hands back in again. Okay. We'll go back onto the hands and knees position. We're going to do threading the needle. So we need to feel quite strong because we're going to bend the supporting arm and come down and through. The needle eye is right down close. So not up here, but pressing away. Push up and rotate towards the ceiling. Come back down. We can change arms each time if you like. You'll put more effort into it, I think, if you do that. So we swap. But the spine stays long and in neutral. It's twisting, but it's not going up and down in cat stretch, okay? So start in neutral, rotate, bend your arm to come down from the hips. The movement is from the hips. Nice long spine from the head to the hips. That's it, good. Lovely. Shoulders are back. Keep thinking about rotating your shoulders out and back. So your inner creases are facing each other, but your shoulders are not coming forwards. They go back and rotate outwards, really lifting you up stronger. You're going to keep that feeling in the shoulder blades as you move up and down. That looks good. Okay, once you've done an even number, have a rest. Okay, that was good. We're going to do a few plank exercises, okay, on our front. Could be going down on your forearms if you want to for this. You can stay on your knees. So box is the easiest position that we just did. Just holding yourself like that or like that for a plank. Coming forwards on the knees is your next hardest, there or there. And somehow being down here feels really hard work. Or toes out and we're there, or we could be up there. Okay, just nice straight line. When you're up like this, the whole body is working. So the arms are straightened out, the inner edges, the creases of your arms facing each other, the shoulders open and roll back, whichever level you do. Just going to hold for 2 or 3 breaths, maybe 4, and then bring the knees down. Okay, that's good. We're tightening around the waist, narrowing a little bit in the lower tummy area, shoulders back. Good. If you're up on your feet, you've got your knees straight and your hips not sinking. So you haven't got your bum in the air, but you're also not sinking into the ground. It looks looking good. Let's come back down, take a rest, and sink back briefly. And then repeat for a little bit less time this time, okay? Come into position, hold nice and strongly. And breathe. So we're not looking at the hands and dropping the head. We're looking maybe like a ruler away from our hands, a ruler length away, 30 centimeters, foot. If you're on your feet, push back through the heels. Feel a calf stretch, pushing yourself away into those heels. And if it's straining anywhere, if it feels uncomfortable around your back, come down to an easier level or rest. We're all at different levels doing this, that's fine. Brilliant. Let's all come back down and kneel back. Stretch out again. Well done. That's good. Okay, so we're going to make our 2 last exercises join together, which is quite hard, okay? We're going to go up with an elbow and then down with the elbow whilst doing the plank, which is pretty hard, okay? Or up here. Do the same thing. All right, or box position as you know it, and then lift up and rotate there. So you've always got the sensible level to do, all right? But if you're feeling strong enough, no niggles, you want to come into 3/4 or full, have a go there, all right? We've done the very specific warm-up. We've practiced plank, we've practiced rotation. See what you think. One arm comes away, like a salute. Elbow towards the ceiling, other elbow towards the, brilliant, towards the forearm, lovely. You can do one either side, or you can do 2 or 3 on one side if you want to, and then switch. Yes. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down at home, slow it down. It's not about how many you can get done, it's about doing it brilliantly and smoothly. All the time you're in the air, those seconds that you're holding that position count for a lot more than moving quickly, because momentum will take over. That's it, lovely, lovely. Good. Full on hard work exercise today. Last couple of times at a level that you feel comfortable with. laughing at my arm. The one that I hurt back in April, when I'm on that one, it starts to vibrate. At least I can do it now, but it goes like tremors. Well done. Excellent. You've done so well. Really good, really good. When you finish that, we're going to sit down. That was good. Does anyone else feel tremors in their arms, or you? No? You're doing all right. They're good. That's good. Yeah, I didn't used to, but it'll go. It'll go. At least I can do it now. That's the main thing. I couldn't do it for a while. So we're back there. Right. Sitting up on your sit bones. Lovely. Let's just reach our arms up. Shoulder blades down, 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 down. How high can we take the arms before the shoulders pop up? Arms coming up, tighten the waist a little bit. We're not leaning back. Can we straighten them more? Can we bring them closer to the ears? How's it feel? Shoulders pulling back. So let them up and then pull them down. That's it. Let them up and down. One more time. Shoulder blades up, breathe out, pull down. Brilliant. Let's take the arms to the sides. They stay down in place. Breath in, tighten into the waist, breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come back. Try not to lean anywhere, stay tall. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come back. As you rotate, turn the thumb down of the hand you're looking towards. You're rotating to the back and you're pressing the palm away. Breathe in, come back. Other hand, rotate, press the palm back. Stretch the other arm forwards. Oh, it's a good stretch. And again, arms out to the sides of you. They're staying to the beside you. If you were to look both ways, they're outstretched. They're not coming across the body. Whose arms, shoulders are getting tired now? Anybody? Yeah, getting heavy. And then we start to lift them up. So we've got to keep pulling them down or bend the elbows. They feel less heavy then. Or even bring them in across your chest or here. One more time. Back to center and relax. Fantastic, well done. Let's take our legs to one side if that works for you and your knees and your hips. Okay, if not, you can sit with the legs out in front or one leg like that and the other leg out if you need to. Okay, so your mermaid stretch. Reach up with the arm on the non-feet side. Lengthen as tall as you can and then stretch staying as tall as you can be. Reaching up and away, up and away, up and away. It's sort of easy to like flop down like that, but I want you to lengthen tall and release. And just repeat that stretch, but we'll dynamically move now. And down again and breathe out. Other hand can go on the floor if you like. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep growing taller. Tall, tall, tall. Down. Tall. One more. Now put that hand down. Lift your hips up and go the other way. And down. Fantastic. And again, we lift. Press the hips forwards. And down. Lift up, press the hips forwards. Good. I want you to feel that stretch. You're feeling it? All through that side and again. And one more time. Lovely, well done. Come onto your side, same side again. Leaning on the hand or the forearm. You can bring your arm down across the mat if you need to, okay? We're going to lift ourselves up, potentially, or you could just lean on the arm without lifting the hips. Reach to the ceiling. Stretch your leg out. Keep the toe on the floor and stretch over. Oh, isn't that a good feeling? I think that is, isn't it? Now you've got an option. You could come down for a rest. Let's try it. That's quite nice. Or, and then come back up and stretch your leg out, foot down, arm down. Or, instead of going down, we could go elbow towards the knee and then stretch out again. That's it, good. And elbow towards the knee and reach out. And this is about that contracting again. Contract the muscles of the waist there, and then lengthen them. Contract, and lengthen. Breathe in, and breathe out one more time. Fantastic. And come back down. Over to the other side. That was good. So we're going to stretch up and over. If this knee isn't happy, you can bring it out, all right? It can be out in front if it needs to be. So over and stretch and hold and lengthen taller. Taller, taller, taller. That's it. Higher up. Even higher. And release, and we'll repeat that. So we go over and down. Over, lovely. And notice where you're feeling it tight. Where is it pulling? For me, it's right down low on the hip on this side. Might be under the arm, it might be in the waist, might be the ribs, might be all of it. Last one. That hand goes down. Fingers facing over there. We go up, hips go forwards. And back down. Lovely, and again, good. Press the hips forward. So this hip on the back of the stretch is really, you're not arching your back at all, you're going sideways, but you're pressing the hip to feel that length. It's nice. Toes relaxed. Good. 2 more times. Last one. And down we go. Fantastic. Onto the side. All right. And we're going to lift the hip and reach up. Stretch your leg out. Stretch over. Hand directly under the shoulder. Come back down. Okay, reposition if you need to. My hand's coming in a little bit. Let's go up. So we can go down each time, all right? Or we can go elbow to knee, stretch out. Elbow to knee. Really lengthen that top side of the body. Brilliant. It's nice. Rest when you need to. Come down on your forearm if you need to. Or just do side stretches. Last 2. Last 1. And relax. Oh, that was good. Give those wrists a rest. Lovely job. Right, sit with the soles of your feet together. Shuffle in a little bit. And let the knees sink down. That's it, good. Open the chest. And just draw yourself upright, tall. You feeling it? Yeah, use the outer thighs to pull down. That's it. And relax. Now see if you could hover on your buttocks and just hover your toes off the floor. How's that? And then heels together, clap like a sea lion. Fantastic. And back into the stretch. You can put the ball behind if you need. Back into the stretch. That's it. And then do it again. Come back into the buttocks and balance. Find your balance point. Tighten your tummy, ribs to pelvis a little bit. And clap. Great coordination. That's it. Go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, open. 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 Say it in your head. Out loud if you like. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll do because I'm losing it now. Last stretch. Last time. And then also, if you're not used to sitting cross-legged and you don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. You could just take your legs out or whatever. But if you're happy to, cross your legs and just see how comfortable you are. All right, brilliant. Try it the other way around. See how comfortable you are. Okay, that's good. So you could either just practice that or balancing and holding on. You could just hold your knees or holding on to the outside of your feet. If you want a ball behind you to stop you falling backwards, or to try and stop you a little bit, might not stop you, might just make you wobble. So we're balancing there. How's that? Tummy tightens, shoulders down, find your balance point. Can you move slightly without falling over? Forwards and backwards. Feel your abdominals working. Brilliant. Now come forwards, cross your legs the other way round. And balance again. So you could just be near the floor, just finding your balance point like that, or we could be like that, or we could even be not crossed, if that's better for you, okay? So coming up, pull in towards your body, if this is something you can do, okay? So we lift up, we're still on our buttocks though, we've not come forward onto our sit bones. How's that? Shoulders open, really good, come back down. You know where we're going with this? So let's all do the roll up, curling the spine down, and coming back up again. So we round the back, tuck the tailbone under, lead with the lower back, chin comes down, and then back up. Keep going. You're going ribs to pelvis, shorten here, pull in a little bit in the lower tummy, and then lengthen back up tall. Let's do that a few times. So rolling back. When you're just doing a small roll, you can breathe in to go back, breathe out to come up. If you're starting to go a bit further back, then breathe in at the top, breathe out to roll back, breathe out to come up again. Just get that bigger. There you go, you're back full size. That should be a better connection. So in breath, out breath. Hold in breath, out breath to come up. So remember all the issues with the spine that would not like you doing rolling with all your weight through it, okay, like osteoporosis in the spine, disc problems, stenosis, you know, nerve issues, all those sorts of things you might want to leave, or just pain at the moment, even if you have nothing diagnosed, just the painful back. Stay out of the deep stuff and just do this nice sort of lumbar warm-up mobility. If you're feeling comfortable with it, we could roll further back, maybe halfway, 3/4, or even all the way. And you lay back, then you breathe in to come up. You're rolling, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Try not to throw yourself up. If you've got a bit of a curve in your lower back, then having a little loop right where your lumbar spine is can really make a difference to this exercise. So you breathe in and out, you can press your lower back into the ground. It certainly makes it more comfortable and a little bit easier. So at this point here, that's a bit of fat on the top, but under that, your abs need to be flattened and not doming outwards, okay? Make sure that that's the case. There's no pushing out in the tummy when you're under strain. All right, good. Keep it slow, nice and slow, use your breath. That's it, good. There's always the one knee coming up, sort of controlled cheat that's allowed, you know, when you're down and you come back and you come up and you think, oh, I can't do it. So you can take the leg and just push with your leg, push away just into your fingers, that'll help. Last time. Sometimes that exercise gets easier, not just over the time, obviously over months, but on the day, because you warm up more and it just becomes a little bit easier. Right, so that was good. So this next exercise is not suitable for everybody's back. So if you don't want to do this next one, the rolling like a ball, you could just do a lovely stretch here and do some nice kind of mobility massaging of the spine, which is nice. If you wanted to, you could do a few extra rotations on the spine, or even some nice pelvic tilts. You can do bridge if you want to, but we'll do a few more later. So coming up and down. So lovely things that are similar mobility for the spine, all right? Or, I always have a little check. There's no wall to bang your head on. There's no keys out of your pocket. There's no zips poking out, all right? And then we tuck up, no dog or cat at home behind you, all right? Tuck your chin in and we roll from the lower back and then back up. Only to the shoulder blades, the head stays off the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. All right? So remember, you don't have to do this. You've got alternatives if you don't want them. So if we can, toes off the floor, balancing. And we start and finish. Get a rhythm going. Remember, this is an abdominal exercise, not just mobility. So keep the abs, ribs to pelvis contracted, tightened in. Lovely, well done. Are you? Yeah? Well, I can remember about 10 years ago in here, we used to go around in a circle. Do you remember that? You can do it by accident. You can kind of end up going like this. But then you can do it as an exercise where you actually do it on purpose. Mind your head. Yeah, and then you end it on the wrong way around on the mat. So you can do it on purpose and you go about the other way. It's quite good fun. Just mind out for walls and things. So now we've done that. Can we do, and if you want to join us, if you don't want to roll, but you want to join us again, we're going to go back to the balancing crab, it's called, like that. So we either just balance, and that's all you're going to do, just balance, and maybe go off center and back up, and down into your buttocks and back up. Just use your abdominals. Or we breathe in, out breath, come up. In breath, out breath, come up. Okay? Breathe in to go back, breathe out, come up. Excellent. That's good, yeah. Oh, nearly. And breath. Good, well done, well done. Can you do it with your legs the other way around? Either just balancing and gently rocking, you can have the ball behind you. Oh, you're finding that balance point. Or coming back, tighten. And breathe, come up. Chin stays tucked in, you don't let your head get, carried away with momentum, just a few times. And then lastly, the crab, the seal. So we go, hands go through, hold the heels, balance, clap, 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 clap. And you could just practice that. Or we can go 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, back. It's all good fun. Keep your chin tucked in. How are you doing? Yay. Clap, clap, clap. Have we got any clapping happening? That's it, that's it. And again, clap, 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 in the air. Hey, and someone, you're on your back. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, quick, that's it. Just do 2. 1, 2. I love it. That's good. It's like coordination, breath, abs, mobility. It's like everything happening at once, isn't it? Just going to practice the positioning, which is to sit up tall, and then take your right, mind your elbows. Take the legs up. Either hold your thighs, or one at a time if you like. So knees are slightly apart, hands on the outside of the calves if you can, or one at a time, or coming up. All right, or one at a time. Yeah, you can do it like this. Have a rest when you need to. Yes. Do we want to go? Do you want to go? Do you want to go? So we could go breath in, breath out. Yep. Legs lengthen. Maybe just at the end of the movement, then bend them to roll. Legs lengthen. Or they stay long throughout. It's in some ways easier because you can pull on your legs to bring you up. Cheating. Then when you finish that, have a lay down. I'm very impressed. Oh, there we go. How are your abs? Are they okay? We are going to go into one leg straight out, slightly to the corner of the mat. Okay, turned out at the hip, other leg just bent, abs strong, and the pelvis is neutral and level. That leg is going to lift up. Now, if you think, oh, that's a bit heavy, that's too much, you can slide your foot in, bent knee, then lift up. Okay, and then come back down. If you can, we're going to lift it up in that slightly outward position. So it's over at the edge of the mat. It's coming up and it's wide when it comes up and it comes down. Okay, out breath up, in breath down. Out breath up, in breath down. Now leave it down and take your opposite arm out to the corner of the mat. Stretch it out. That's it. The other hand can come behind the head. Now, don't lift your head if it's not suitable for your spine or neck, all right? But take that long arm and bring it forward to the diagonal and let the shoulder come off the floor slightly. You could have your hand on top of underneath your head or just beside your ear. come back again. So it could just be touching, fingertips touching your head, not doing anything, or you could rest your head on your fingers, stretch forwards, or we can use the hands to assist to curl up and reach across. Brilliant, and then come back. So the head's supported, your abs lift your body. Can we lift the leg at the same time? And reach forwards to the outside of that leg. And down, and again. Leg is wide. And the head could stay down, but the shoulder lifts and reaches. You can feel your abs tightening across, diagonally across your body. Okay, same thing, but legs straight. Arm closer to your ear if it will go. And we reach forwards towards the shin, just a straight line now. Inner thigh working harder. Curl up if you can. And back. We can still reach to the outside of the shin. Now when your leg comes up, you're not pushing on the floor of the other foot and lifting your bum, that's staying down, okay? 2 more times. And the last one. And lengthen and bring in your other leg. That's it, well done. Let's go to the other side. Diagonal line, turned out at the hip, arm outstretched, other hand just touching the head or underneath the head. Start with just the leg. Oh, how heavy is it? Come up, it's staying wide. And down. So it's staying like it's level with that side edge of the mat or outside of it. So when your leg comes up, watch you not pushing on the floor with the other foot, okay? So no pushing on the other foot to lift your bottom to get your leg higher, because that's going to take you out of neutral spine and into a flexed spine with your pubic bone lifting. I want you to keep that neutral. Okay, opposite arm comes across the body and reaches to the outside of the leg and back. You can keep your head down, but contract the abdominals and the front of the shoulder to reach. Or curl up if it's right for you. Really good. Let's straighten up. Straighten the arm, narrower towards the ear if it will go. And reach outside of the shin, but the shin is now traveling in that straight line from the hip down and up. You can bend the knee to lift if it's getting too heavy. Bend it and straighten it up. Bend it and take it back down. It's not as heavy to lift. Good work. Okay, last one. And then bring your knees into your chest. That was so good. A little bit more leg work. If you've got a stretchy band, you could use it now. If you haven't, don't worry. There's pros and cons to using them. They're going to give you some resistance and some support. So without it, you've not got the resistance, but you've not got the support either. We're going to do hip circles. Leg towards the ceiling. Again, avoid that lifting yourself up, pushing on the other foot. Take all the weight out of the other foot, or even put that leg down if you have enough flexibility. Okay, then you can't push on it. That's it. If it's around your foot, maybe cross the bands over so it's kind of hooked around your foot. It's nice and stable. We'll start to circle the leg round. Breathe out as you go wide. Breathe in as you come across the body. Breathe out and in. That's it, good. If you've got your band, you've got your shoulders back, elbows into the floor. Lovely. Your circles can be big, but I want you to watch your pelvis isn't going with you. That's still. Excellent. Can you change directions and go back the other way? What's the other knee doing? If it's bent, is it still? Is it staying still? The buttocks, both of them can feel on the ground. Nice. So shoulders are nice and open, the back of the neck is long. Very good. Okay, let's rest that leg down and then change to the other one. Good work. Same on the other side. Cross it over if you want to, so you've got the opposite hand, so it's nicely attached around your foot. And circle round. So if you're not using a band, it's quite nice to have a long, pointy foot. It looks nice, feels nice. Slow it right down, slow it down. Keep the pelvis still. And go as large as you feel comfortable with, without any clonking, without the whole pelvis tipping and moving. And without weight on the other foot, so you're not lifting your bum up every time you lift your leg up. Let's go the other way. So reverse. That's it, good. Okay, last circle. And let's bend both knees, take the band off. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Have a really good squeeze in. Let your bottom lift away from the floor. And release back down. Now if you have a ball or a cushion, again we're going to use that to lift the hips up, pop it under the pelvis. Okay. Take one knee in towards your chest, hold it around the thigh and bring it as close to your body as your hip allows you to do. Okay, that's it. And then lengthen the other leg out. Now don't worry if it's dangling off the floor, it might be down, it might not. Depends on the size of the ball or the cushion or whatever, but also how flexible your hip is. And also it depends on how flexible it is coming up towards your body, because if that only goes halfway, the other one's going to go lower. Mine's quite good this way, I can get my leg right up, but that one looks really tight. Now play around with the feeling of that stretch on the lower leg by rotating the whole leg left and right, like you're twisting a tap from the hip. You can turn the foot, but it's coming from the hip. The straight leg turns and moves. And maybe even a little bit of dynamic sort of bouncing movements. If it's off the air, up in the air like mine anyway, just kind of going up so it comes back down. Lift up and up and up, and it'll just kind of keep coming down and stretching. And then bend that leg and bring it in and switch sides. Right in towards you. Other leg goes out. Let it stretch away. And again, moving around that leg, straight leg, rotating in and out of the hip. Seeing how that changes your stretch. And those little bounces, up, 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 which is going to come back down because of gravity. And relax, bend that knee. bring that one up as well. And then bring your hands inside and push the knees outwards. So use your forearms to just push away. And whilst you're there, move your ankles around in circles. And back. And relax. Bring the knees in. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Let them come over you, over the top of your body, over the top of your head maybe even. And hold on to your legs. They don't have to be completely straight if it's very tight. Just pull in towards yourself, but we're not in that usual really bent knee position. We've lengthened out a bit more. See what you feel. Tuck your chin down. And bend your knees. Slowly take one leg down. And then the other leg down. Knees underneath, or sorry, feet underneath your knees. Lift your hips up into a bridge and take out the ball. Bring the heels down. Bridge still up. Lift the hips, let the ribs soften down the front. Lift the hips a bit more. Press up, feel the glutes working and the hips lengthening. Lift your arms to the ceiling. Let them come down behind you. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen there. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, start to bring the upper back down, lengthening away from the arms, feeling each vertebra coming down, 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 down through the mat, lengthening. Feel the lumbar spine come down, and then we start to let the buttocks down gradually. Slowly release the spine. Bring your arms up to the ceiling and stretch up so the shoulders lift. Take a deep breath in. When you breathe out, let the shoulders drop to the floor. Breathe in, lift them up. Drop to the floor. Breathe in, lift them up. Drop. And again. And again. And then, if you feel comfortable with it, we're just going to bounce them. So you're going up, 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 and they have to come down because of gravity and the rebound of your body. So we're just bouncing as much as you want to, make it nice and light. You can breathe on every single one if you like. Or deep breaths, and then let it go. Let your arms fall out beside you. Take your knees to one side, both feet together, both knees together. Over to one side, but both shoulders stay on the floor. So less far over if your shoulders have lifted. Reach the arm on the opposite side to the knees, out to the diagonal. Look that way. Maybe put the other hand on the thigh and ease down into the stretch, if you feel like it. Stretch your fingers. Take the arm higher up towards the ear if you want to. There's a deep, very, very deep stretch there. Change so your palm goes towards the floor. It won't go right down. Twist, come back, and twist again. And release, come back into center. Take the knees to the other side. And stretch your arm out. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Okay, knees only as far as you can still keep your shoulders down. Stretch out. Start to take that arm further up if you like. That's good. Towards your ear. Some of you are going to find it really easy, and some of you are going to find that very tight. Maybe one side's tighter than the other. Stretch your fingers. The other hand could be on your thigh. And then release. Come back into center. Finally, cross one ankle across the other thigh and then lift up off the ground to stretch your glutes, particularly the top leg glute. Okay, hands come around the lower leg and pull in, and we'll stretch in again. Try and turn that knee outwards away from you and see how that feels. Instead of coming towards your head, you're pressing it away from you. Pull in with the other leg. And Release back down, change sides. Knee away, tighten your tummy, lift up off the ground, hold onto the thigh, and pull in. Press that knee away from you as you pull in with the other leg. Does that feel good? Yeah. If I said, can you feel that? What would you say? Yes. Yes. And it feels good? Repeat the yes. Oh yeah, that feels good. That's really good. It's good for us. Our body's telling us it likes it. It's just our mind that's a bit confused right now. And release back down, take a full body stretch. We have done all the stretches, all the work, all the strengthening, all the mobility exercises. Stretch your fingers out and then shake your hands as you bring them over the top. Bend your knees, wiggle your toes, roll over. Come and sit up. Fantastic, everybody, well done. Come up simply. This might not work for your ankles, your knees, or your hips. So come onto your knees, but try and do, that's one. So try and do 2 or 3 if you can't do 1. Count how many times you have to touch the floor, how many movements you make, and don't wobble at the top because that's a loss of a point. The lower the point, the better it is. Reach up. Shoulders down. Release it and shake everything. Give yourselves a huge clap. High five. Well done, well done. I hope you feel amazing. All right, brilliant job, really good. Abs sucked, butts up, faces smoothed. Pilates is amazing.